The City Council of Carson, on Tuesday, April 7th, Mr. Robles, 2015, unanimously passed a resolution that this City Council will have an election on June 2nd, followed by a council meeting Wednesday, June 3rd, Tuesday, June 16th, a regular meeting of the City Council, and on Tuesday, June 23rd, I'll give you the documentation so you have it. A special meeting for the City Council only at 6 o'clock p.m., Community Hall B, at the Congresswoman Juanita Milner McDonald Community Center at Carson to declare the results, install the newly elected council member. And it's here, Albert.
Thank you. Are you done?
Yes. We'll give you a copy. It's already been passed.
Thank you very much.
So
thank you.
And now you don't have a council meeting right now, so
Thank
you can't change
Thank you,
that.
Mr. Deere. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And I have a lot more information to give you if you're willing to listen.
Well,
but I am really
you.
fed up with
You're excused.
the shenanigans. No, I'm not going to surrender the city to Darryl Sweeney to you or to your
Thank you.
officer who's controlling you over there to your right.
Here.
I'm not going to surrender Carson to the corruption of Vera the Evil DeWitt, who is your handler. And I'm just so sad that the city of Carson has digressed to heckling, catcalls, and I'll tell you, when you were in high school or college, if you ever read a book called Lord of the Flies, it's a very interesting psychological dilemma. And Vera DeWitt is one of the hecklers.
Mr. Deere.
Yes, leader of the group. And I'll tell you, there's
Deere.
no meeting.
Mr.
You
Deere.
just got through saying there's no meeting.
Mr.
So
Deere.
if I have to filibuster, I guess I'll filibuster.
Mr.
There's
Deere.
no city council meeting at this time. You
Mr.
have no
Deere.
quorum, and I will stand by the law, and I will sue you, and I will sue Lula Davis Home again, and I will win again in court, and you will waste the taxpayers' money because the law is the law. This is a nation and a city of laws, not a nation and city of despots and dictators. That
Thank you, Mr. Deere.
I can testify to because for 11 years, no corruption. Now we have corruption.
Thank you.
For 11 years, the district attorney of the County of Los Angeles, the attorney general of the state of California, not one time did they ask me a single question about any wrongdoing. The FBI that investigated Carson, no, I'm not the one that invited the FBI to Carson. Oh, people say I did. I would be proud to say I would if necessary. But the FBI of Carson, coming to Carson, had a 3-year investigation. And during that 3-year investigation, they never asked me, Jim Deere, one single question. But they did ask questions of the corrupt officials. The corrupt officials have people in the audience tonight that will yell for them. The corrupt individuals have people in the audience that will snicker, will heckle. Thank you for winding down.
Could I have your attention,
You know
please?
that I'm talking.
We're
I'm talking to you
adjourned.
at this
We're
time.
going to take a 15-minute recess. We're going to swear in Mr. Jawan Hilton, and we'll reconvene when we have a quorum. Thank you.
Upon the attorney's review and approval of the contract.
Then I would recommend that whoever makes the motion to authorize the city attorney to negotiate and draft a 3-year contract for workers' compensation third-party administrator services to Admin Sure for the period of July 1, 2015 through June 30th, 2018, with the option to extend the contract for an additional 2-year period in 1-year increments through June 30th, 2020. And if the city attorney approves the contract, then to authorize the mayor to execute such contract.
I so move. Is there a second?
Second.
No,
It's
for the
been
record,
moved and
Mr.
seconded.
Okay. Second by, motion by?
Yes.
Okay. Second by Davis Holmes? Okay. I just want to declare for the record, there is no city council meeting. Anyone here tonight who thinks there's a city council meeting going on right now, you are wrong. There is only 2 members present that are legally members of the city council. If you're a business person and you're here tonight, any business conducted on the agenda this evening is null and void. They have no quorum. The law has been broken tonight, and we will bring them to court again to follow the state law of the state of California. You cannot play games. This is a charade beyond belief, including the catcalls from the audience, including the hecklers from the audience.
Okay,
It's
thank you,
all
Mr.
part of
Deere.
a big game that they're playing tonight.
Thank you, Mr.
It's a
Deere.
psychological trick they're
Thank you.
playing on you. I like Juwan. Everyone likes him. He wants to be on the city council. He's way ahead in the votes. Why don't you just let the process go through? But no,
Thank you, Mr.
you're
Deere.
taking advantage of Juwan Hilton, and that's really not fair to him either.
Thank
To let
you.
him think he's a member of the city council tonight, and your wife and family, it's really unfair to you, Juwan.
Thank you, Mr.
There's
Deere.
no city council meeting going on at this time, and they're just playing you for a fool. If you think you're a council member right now, you're not, because it hasn't been finalized.
Well,
I told you that when I spoke with you. So I'm really sorry that Lula and Albert are doing this to you, because you look like you have the hat on that you shouldn't have on.
Thank you,
And
Mr.
it's
Deere.
really embarrassing for the city of Carson.
Mr.
But I just
Deere,
want to remind the city manager,
Deere, if
all
you
the staff
continue to
members
be
that
disruptive,
no
I will
items,
have you
not,
removed from
oh
the
really?
council chambers.
Try
Yes.
to remove an elected official, and you will have a lawsuit that you wouldn't believe.
Dear, you're being
You have a
disruptive.
lawsuit. I'm an
Okay.
elected official.
So
By
let us
statute,
conduct our business.
by statute of the state law,
Let us
I am
conduct our
the elected
business.
city clerk of the city, and you cannot remove me from a council meeting.
Thank you. Thank you.
He can
So-
have you sit somewhere else, though.
There's a motion
Yes,
and
and
a
I
second.
Invalid and not true.
All those in favor? Aye.
For the record, there's no vote being taken because this is a
Opposed?
big joke. A big joke
An opposite.
played
Mr.
on the
Deere.
people of Carson, California.
Okay.
This meeting is totally illegal. People who are reasonable, people who are educated, and people who are not full of vitriol and hatred, like the catcallers and the hecklers in the audience, will understand that there's no council meeting going on at this time.
Thank you.
So that is for the record.
Thank you.
So I'm very apologetic to all the business people and anyone that has an agenda item that they're here for tonight that has not been taken up yet.
Thank you, Mr. Deere.
No
Say it
business
again.
can be
This is
conducted
the
this
fifth
evening.
Said it.
Anything that happens with this joke that's going on right
Thank
now
you.
is null and void, does not exist legally. It's just a big game they're playing, and they're pulling the wool over your eyes.
Thank you, Mr. Deere. All right.
You're welcome, and you're going to
So
be sorry.
With that, we're going on
because
to item.
You're breaking the
number-
law, and you're making a mockery out of
Thank
the
you,
law
Mr. Deere.
and a mockery out of the city of Carson.
Thank you.
You know,
So
I know
we're
Vera
going
DeWitt
on
controls
to-
you. We know that Albert Robles does not live in the city of Carson,
Going on to item
has not
number
lived in the
36.
city of Carson for many, many years.
Thank
So
you,
let's
Mr.
state
Deere.
that publicly as well. And there's a lot more information I know about your background, Albert, that will be revealed in due time. And if you think you'll survive it, you're wrong.
Thank
Because
you,
the
Mr.
people
Deere.
of Carson will throw you out as a crook.
Thank you, Mr. Deere.
You're welcome, and I guess you are asking for it, because the people of Carson will not put up with this tomfoolery, this joke, this charade that's going on tonight.
Thank you.
Are you going to take the minutes?
Item. Item number 36. Considers the second reading of ordinance
Madam City
number-
Attorney, the city
dash-
manager, Cecil Rambo, threatened to fire one of my staff members today if she didn't do what he told her to come up here. Threatening an employee with being fired is illegal. You might want to check the record on that one, because that's an additional lawsuit that we brought against this foolish council. I am just so ashamed of you tonight, Albert and Lula. Jawan, you're not at fault. They're playing you tonight. But it's just really, really sad for Carson. So note that for the record as well, though there is no official record.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Deere. Item number 38 is ordinance number 15-